Oh my goodness. I am so tired. I did not sleep last night too well. You got the hackies again, Mr. Max. So, but it sounds like my voice is healing, slowly by slowly. It's not as deep as it was, so it sounds like it is healing. I don't feel like I was feeling like a sore throat. When I would swallow, I would feel, that it was sore in there from the drama. But it feels like it's trying to heal. And some of it has come back. It's not as low and deep sounding as it was. So hopefully I'm on the mend. I'm still trying to figure out. Now, I did send a message to my primary care physician. I don't know if she got it or not, but ask her to run a T3, reverse T3 test. That was not run. And the reason I'm asking her to do that is that the T4, even though you got free T3 that's there, you can also have it turning into reverse T3, which blocks the other stuff, okay? And so the reason I want to be checked is because I have a lot of mitigating factors that would definitely play into that. Number one, my body temperature is always low. Okay, it's 97 point something, where it should be 98.6. But mine's at least a degree, 97.6 or something. It's a degree lower than it should be. Also, having taken metformin for so long. Metformin also messes with TSH as well. Also, because of surgery I've had before, things do not absorb in my body so well. And so that's another thing that could be having a problem with this. That the T4 itself, I should be on probably a gel or a liquid form of it rather than the pill, because my body does not absorb these so well. So for those reasons, I want her to run that test and see what's happening with reverse T3. So, still trying to do research and figure out what's the best thing for me to be on. Now they're going to have to, I'm going to have to up my dosage when it comes to T3. And really, with all the stuff that's going on with me, I could be on just T3 instead of T4 at all. T3 is the more active thyroid. It's way, way more powerful than T4, okay? So that's why a lot of doctors don't want to prescribe T3, because it's very strong compared to T4. But in my case, I'm one of those types of cases that could be on just T3 and not T4 at all, because my body has such a difficult time converting these things. So anyway, I'm asking her to run that test, and when I get that test back, then I have something more in hand to show this endocrinologist I'm going to, and try to work it out with him to change things to where it will work for my body. Okay, so all of that is still going on. Now, I am fortunate, I have to say, because this doctor just is of the old school, all you need is T4. That's all you need. Okay, well, that's not true. For some people, they have to have the T3, and with all the stuff that's going on with here, health-wise, things that I've had happen, etc., the T4, I know, is not going to do the trick, because I have no thyroid at all anymore. And since my body is not converting things well, basically, I might as well be taking nothing, okay? Now, I am fortunate enough that I do know a doctor out of state that will prescribe it for me if this doctor won't. So I am really fortunate with that. I've been talking with them about my tests and where my levels are, etc. And so they will definitely take into consideration what I'm saying. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I may wind up eventually going on just T3. Just because my body does not convert these things well. Now you remember I had really low iron, 2.4, which is really, really low because my body was not absorbing it. Same thing. Where this has to go in the body to be absorbed, the T4 pills, my body does not absorb in that area well. So I'm going to have to talk with this doctor when I go in yet again. Now the problem with this doctor, he's quite personable, but he's got so many people he sees, he's in and out like that. He doesn't really take the time to look at your case thoroughly. Let's say it that way. And very old school, that all you need is a T4 and that's it. Everybody's going to work the same on it, okay? So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, working with the VA is not easy. I may wind up just working with the other doctor and get my test scores back, my test results back, and then work with them and perhaps just switch over to straight T3, but I have to really elevate it because just the way that my body it processes things or doesn't process. It's more about not processing stuff. Now that can happen. Like I said, I have a cousin. They thought she committed suicide. But what happened with her, they did the autopsy. She died because her body did not absorb vitamins. Nothing. And so she died because of literally her body would not absorb vitamins. Now they should have checked stuff because it comes from her mother's side, because they were all born, the women in that family were all born with rickets, which is a lack of vitamin D. And thank God for Shriners Hospital, because they did a lot of, they went in and had a lot of surgeries and things through Shriners. But she did pass because of, not only was it that her body did not have vitamin D, her body did not process any vitamins. And so she passed. I mean, that was it. So anyway, yeah, you just have to, like I said, you just have to know your body, and you have to really do the research, because a lot of doctors, they go to school And what they learn in school is that's it. They don't expand their knowledge anymore, and there are always continual research studies being done and things being updated. And if you have a doctor that doesn't update his knowledge, you can get stuck in this cycle, and you really have to be proactive in your own health care. Now, if I can't get this guy to work with me, then I'll tell the VA, look, this guy is not working out, and you need to put me with a different doctor. Now, if it was that my primary could order these things, I would have no problem, because she's, keeps up on all of the data. She really continues to educate herself. But with the system that it is here, in order to get those types of medications, you have to go to an endocrinologist, and they're not the best person to have to go to. It's like, it's a round robin of catch-22. So anyway, I will work it out. I will. Where there's a will, there's a way. But the main thing I'm waiting for is just this other test to be run, so I know exactly what I'm working with. Is there any conversion happening, or is there so much reverse T3 being made that it's blocking anything else from being used? Okay, so you can have, it looks like, good levels of T4 and T3, free form T4 and T3. It can look like you have that, and it looks good. But if you have a high level of T3, it's being blocked, and it doesn't matter for those tests at all, because it's not getting used. Okay? It's like canceling. One cancels out the other one. So if you are going through thyroid issues, make sure they run the T3, T4, and the reverse T3 as well, because you've got to know how much is getting in your system and if it's being used or not. Doesn't matter if it's all getting in your system, but if it's being canceled out by reverse T3, then it's useless. You might as well have nothing, okay? So again, so important to do the research study. And especially if you're having diabetes and they have you on metformin, it can cancel part of the T4, okay? So again, you've got to know all the parameters and how these things work together. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this here because I've got to get ready to head down to El Paso today. And we'll see. Oh my goodness. Thanks for tuning in.